We have a target release date for the Mortal Kombat core on the MiSTer FPGA. In a video posted by Track17 on Twitter, it shows Mortal Kombat gameplay along with a release of October 8th for the core. This is a game that I and many other gamers are really excited for. We've already been getting hints of the game coming to MiSTer, but no estimated release date was ever mentioned, and now we have a target date. Mortal Kombat was created by Ed Boon and John Tobias. They originally envisioned a fighting game more like Data East Karate Champ with digitized characters. But the release of Street Fighter II drew inspiration and invigorated their vision for a fighting game. They then set out to create a gritty and more bad boy version of Mortal Kombat. And boy was Mortal Kombat considered the bad boy of the gaming industry. The game drew players in with its realistic graphics, punchy sound, and violence. It would also draw the attention of parents and public officials, being the subject of senatorial hearings on video game violence. One thing Mortal Kombat had that other fighting games trying to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter didn't have was the gameplay to back up its graphics. I remember my first experience with the game. I had some friends in school describe to me this new super violent fighting game where you can rip people's heads off, their hearts off, throw spears at your opponent, electrocute them, and so much more. I had to try it out, and a laundromat near my home had the game, and I was hooked from the start. It would draw my attention away from Street Fighter for months, so I'm really excited for it to come to the MiSTer FPGA. The date Track17 announced of October 8 is a target goal. This is also the anniversary of Mortal Kombat's release date. Development is always unpredictable. Many things can happen that can delay that target date, so we should still keep our expectations in check. Here's what Track17 said.
Target goal. I will do everything I can to meet the anniversary date. I've spent a lot of time studying this specific title. I'll have plenty of help if I need it from Pramod, since he's built a template and designed the TMS 34010 from scratch. Anything else I need help with, Darren O has offered to assist me, even though he isn't a fan of Mortal Kombat.
Let's cross our fingers that the target date will be met, as it will be a nice treat if the core is released on the anniversary of Mortal Kombat. Track17 has helped contribute to many other cores, donating and loaning boards like Aliens, Super Contra, Parodius, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time, Missing in Action, Golfing Greats, Punk Shot, X-Men, and a lot more. Having the boards readily accessible is a great resource for core development. You can help support these contributions through Track17's Patreon and learn more about the core development process. There are some great articles posted there too. Obtaining these boards is not cheap either, so any support will help with the acquisition of future boards. Now for some bad news. Unfortunately, this core will require the use of 2 RAM modules. There just isn't enough bandwidth available when using one module. The extra GPIO pins being used up by the secondary RAM module will help shift data back and forth to make the game possible. Using a single RAM module that's more than 128 megabytes will not help. You can have a 1 gigabyte module installed on an FPGA, but if it can't move data fast enough, it's of no use to the core. Using an extra RAM module will affect the way you connect to analog CRTs. This means that if you have an analog I/O board, you will need to remove it, because that board uses up the extra GPIO pins that are required for a second RAM module. To get analog output without the analog I/O board, you will need a direct video adapter. This is an adapter that allows you to get analog video output through the DE10 Nano's HDMI port. On top of that adapter, you will also need to solder in a sync-on green circuit to get direct video working. I don't know if any adapters have the circuit built in, but this news is finally going to make me set up direct video on one of my MiSTer setups. I already have the direct video adapter, I just need to solder the circuit. A major feature you will be losing out when removing the I/O board is the ability to connect both analog and digital outputs at the same time. This is super useful if you like to play games on a CRT while recording or streaming your gameplay through HDMI. It's up to you if this is a compromise you're willing to make to play Mortal Kombat. So yeah, we are getting Mortal Kombat soon, and for some, the news might be bittersweet because of the dual RAM requirements. This is not surprising to me at all. It was bound to happen that eventually games would start requiring a second RAM module. Some developers posted about a future more powerful FPGA, but very few details about it are available. It looks to be based on the Titanium TI-180 M484 development kit, and is called MarsFPGA. Core developer Pramod says this about the board.
Very happy Mars is finally making it to the market. It's an FPGA dev's dream. Everything is fully integrated like JAMA, dual SD-RAM, etc. It has a lot more BRAM and logic elements as well. This is the definitive retro setup in my opinion.
I'll certainly be looking out for developments on this board. Anyway, are you excited for the Mortal Kombat core? What are your feelings regarding the use of dual RAM? Let me know your thoughts in the description. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll speak to you next time.